They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And they're a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up fourth down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And what a golden break here. This ball is going to be touched down, but just outside of the red zone. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Hey, yo, 368.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
368.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is. But how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
They're just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Sammy. 21.
Breeze to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
11.
Here's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Bullock will put this one through. And they add on to their first quarter lead. It's now 13-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Sammy.
Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
36, 36.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call.
Here we go. Kill. Hey, easy.
Now Adams. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. Get set. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Yes!
On second down, here's Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Kill. 11. 1 day.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Bullock good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin here with Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call. and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Breeze. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The play clock getting low, so Sean Payton says let's take a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Get set, get set, get set. Hey. 4 down.
Breeze now to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Here we go.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Get set. Everyone come forward. 4 down. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Man, that's trash.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and goal. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Now they'll run. Murray. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer. Will Lutz on for the point after. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that will get him one closer. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dalton. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Throw left side complete. That's Erickson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
368!
Play action here with Dalton. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available.
Now a hit and a loose football. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, kill!
To throw is Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Underneath, this is Bernard. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 32 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
And that's another route the defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Easy, kill. Check, A2.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go. Let's go. Kill! 11.
On 1st down, Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill! Hey, we got 4 down.
Breeze now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Dalton hovering near the goal line. Going for the deep ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Here's Ginn. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Breeze now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Easy. Switch.
A give. This is Kamara. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Adams. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Shotgun now for Breeze. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Breeze now. Now Breeze lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be third and forever.
Monday. Over.
Now Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Right back to him on 1st down. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So that one will be accepted. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
2nd down, Dalton. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a toss play to Bernard. And now running right through it. Oh, and they hadn't stopped short of the 1st, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A carry for Adams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, kill.
On play action. Now Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Sammy!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Got it! 21.
Now Breeze. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the toss, this is Adams. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Hey, left, left. Kill. Check 21. Check.
Now Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job there after the setback, 11 yards, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
He's going to get it running right. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lots of look to add the extra point. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
21.
To throw, it's Breeze. Looking here for Smith downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Here's Breeze to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Good. Line 4, ready.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. From the gun, it's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Gets past one man. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Dalton gives to Bernard, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 40.
Now Bernard. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yeah, baby. Tight to the right. Move. Lead. Lead.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10.
You kill.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Bernard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Erickson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it here with Bernard. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Well, a carry for Bernard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Go on the ball. On the ball. Heavy.
Dalton sets up play action. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And a little floater there is incomplete. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. He's got his man here. It's Green. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Good. Go on the ball. On the ball.
Back now here on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
0-2, 0-2.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And they'll run it here. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
368.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And Bullock will put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Not good at all. A punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Over here. You're good.
Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Erickson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So Dalton now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its fourth.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're
under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Demario Davis coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
We're good, we're good.
Passing, it's Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's the fullback from 10 yards out. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, ready. Yellow waiting.
A 10th carry for Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it, rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Time for a break. We're back to crown a champion after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, Breeze. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Thomas, the intended target. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.